Hey there everybody, my name is C-Show, and welcome to another episode of Stardew Valley, episode 10 to be precise. And man, what is that, like 4 times now? I almost feel like you guys probably think I'm doing that on purpose by now. Come on, rain tomorrow. Crap. Okay, so I really want to upgrade my watering can, but if I do, I won't have it tomorrow, or I think the day after either. I can't remember exactly how many days it is, but I really would like to get my watering can upgraded before summer because we are going to be planting a lot of crops come summertime. Oh goodness. What are we going to do today? I think we're going to go mining, but we need to upgrade our watering can first, so we'll hang on to this, and we'll just keep the watering can. Oh, we need the field snacks. And these will be upgraded. And I think we're good. Let's go chop down... Pine tree? Yeah, pine tree. Let's go chop down a couple pine trees before we go. We can get some extra food. Nom nom nom. A quick way to tell the difference between the trees. The pine trees are these right here. They have a more... they're darker and have the more piney look, I guess. I guess pines is a good way to look at it. The oak and maple are a little bit harder to tell the difference. I believe the biggest difference that I notice is that the maple trees don't have... They show a little bit more of the branches. Whereas the oak trees, if I actually could find one... I'm actually running out of trees here. Wow, these are all maple trees. I actually meant to throw that away. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, there's an oak. See, yeah, if you look at the oak, it's pretty much all covered in leaves. No branches showing, but then the maples show a little bit of leaves. That's just how I tend to look at it, and that's how I identify them, so... Hey, pine cone. One more, please, at least. One more would be really nice, actually. Can I? No? Oh well. We'll just make one energy bar real quick, which barely makes up for chopping down those 2 trees, honestly, but it's still a little bit of a gain. Oh, I don't want to eat it. I didn't even know you could eat it. What does it even do? Oh, it takes away 2 energy. I see. I see! Okay, energy bar, or field snack, energy bar, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, let's head to the blacksmith, and by the time we get there, he should almost be open, if not. And then we can go mining for the day. We can go exploring, is a good way to put it. We're not mining, we're exploring, adventuring. Alright. Oh, we need to make sure to talk to Leah, too. Yeah, let's go... Actually, let's go do that first. Yeah, by the time I get there, she will be ready to go. If you know what I mean. 2 hearth, that's like 2 days, right? Yeah? Oh, it's locked. Wait, it's locked? Why don't you go into their house after 9? Is she not here? No, she's there. I could have sworn maybe it's 10? Fine, we'll just... No, can't go fishing. I don't have my freaking fishing rod on. Let's go to the blacksmith and then come back, I guess. I don't want to sit around waiting. That's no fun. You guys don't want to watch that, right? Yeah. Oh, no goodies. Sure would be nice if people would leave some tasty stuff in the trash for me, but no. Okay, and I need to remember to check the traveling merchant today, who should be here on Friday. Hey look, it's Penny, hiding under... Oh, that's cool, she's like hiding from the rain. I like that. Okay, sir, I need you to make this. I know it's going to cost me a day or 2, but that's okay. I'm good with that. I can accept that. And now Leah better let me in, or else. This is where I do the creepy eye stare. Oh, it's such a long run in this game. I can't wait to get my horse, even though I know it's a long ways off, because it's definitely not on my list of priorities. Not to mention it takes like 100 hardwood or something like that, which is pretty rough to get. It's actually impossible to get right now, so I have an upgraded axe. Alright, Leah, can I come in now, please? Thank you. Hi. Hi, Sishu. That's me. No. Oh! Did anybody else just see that? I right-clicked on her, didn't he? What? I call bullshit. I'm inside her. Sure, nobody's made that joke by now. Oh, that's so annoying, though. I didn't even get to talk to her. I mean, I did get to talk to her, but it didn't... Yeah, you know what I mean. God, that's upsetting. I like to talk to Leah every day. Nothing creepy about that. Actually, well, I guess not statistically, but theoretically, I guess is a good way to put it. It's actually, if there's somebody that you like, it's actually beneficial to talk to them every day like that. Apparently, it's actually a psychological thing where it puts you more, unless, you know, you just really don't get along, but if they already think of you fondly, then as long as you're speaking with them every day, then they tend to think of you more, obviously, because you're there every day, and apparently that actually affects a person psychologically to be more inclined to like you. So go figure, that's actually a thing. There technically is proper science behind that. It's just like with like all the dating sims out there. They're just like that too. You talk to the person like over and over again. That should not have gone that way. I say that like I know a lot about dating sims. I've literally never played one before, so get out of my way. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'm worried about how people will look at me. I really care less. I have just never played one before because I've never really seen a point. I have played, like, Persona, which is very similar in some ways. It's got, like, a lot of the... Persona's got a lot of the dating sims aspects in it, actually, with, like, talking to people regularly, building a relationship, which is a lot of fun, actually. There's actually a new Persona game coming out, what is it? I can't remember when it's coming out, but I know there's a Persona 5 coming, and I think it's just for PS4? Maybe they said 3DS too. If they said 3DS, I'll be really happy. If they said just PS4, then that's unfortunate, because I don't have a PS4, though I have been thinking about getting one, because there's also a new Star Ocean game coming as well, sometime in the next year. And I love me some Star Ocean. I've played every single one of them since the second one, I think? I believe so. I don't think I've ever played the first one. I might have tried the first one, and then most of the time when you start, like, on the second or third game of a series, it's really difficult to go back and play the old ones because they feel very dated. And Star Ocean is also one of those. While Star Ocean is more famed for story, because its stories are freaking incredible, the combat's also pretty good, but the original ones just, they feel... There's only so much story can do for you before the gameplay just feels really clunky. It's one of the reasons that, like, I can't go back and play, like, anything before Morrowind and the Elder Scrolls series. It's just too dated at this point. Because, like, as far as Elder Scrolls, I can't even go back and play Morrowind. I loved Morrowind. I played countless hundreds of hours of Morrowind when I was younger on an Xbox. But nowadays, I can't do it. I have tried a couple of times to go back and play it. I still even own... Hey, look, an artifact. Cool! I actually still own a box set with all the expansions and everything. I just don't really play it anymore because, well, yeah. Still, though, I love the death out of that game, and I will always remember it fondly, despite ruining it with memories of replaying it. Now, on the other hand, if there are people making mods for, like, Skyrim, for instance, I think it's called Skywind, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. It's a huge, ambitious mod that essentially would recreate Morrowind in the Skyrim engine, which I would absolutely play. Speaking of Elder Scrolls, for that matter, let's talk about the retarded-ass idea of Skyrim Remaster. I mean, whose clever idea was that to remake a game that's not even 5 years old? I mean, yes, there have been other remakes that have been far less old than that before it was remade, but come on, Skyrim's an amazing game, and it already has a lot of mods and stuff that modify how it looks and everything. And yes, I realize that console gamers couldn't get those kinds of mods really, and that this brings the games to new consoles, but they're also releasing it on PC too, which it's just like, why on earth did they waste production on that? I mean, you can try to say that, like, oh, they have split teams and everything, and yeah, they do. They have split teams so that they can try to work on multiple projects at once, which, from what I understand, they're working on 2 really large, ambitious projects that are bigger than anything they've done before, from what I've heard. But that doesn't excuse the fact that they put money and man hours into this. For what? I mean, for what? It doesn't even make sense. Not to mention PC players that already owned all the game and all of its content, or the Legendary Edition, for instance, they get it for free. So it's like, why? Why make it? Just so that new console users can have it? Like, no, it's a terrible, terrible idea. I don't know. It's just, I kind of personally am upset because I would like some Elder Scrolls 6, but I know that's not coming for a long time. Which is highly unfortunate, but there's not really much to do about that. I feel like they could have had Elder Scrolls 6 out within, like, next year. Like, I honestly feel like they could have finished it by next year if they had been working on it actively and everything, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to end up being at least a couple years out, maybe longer, which would be really unfortunate because, God, from what I understand, they've got a lot of ambitions for that project that aren't really, that are kind of beyond the capabilities of current hardware, from what I understand. At least that's what I heard. I don't know. That sounds like an excuse to me. I don't know. That doesn't really. That's never, ever, ever, ever a good excuse for a game to be put off. Is because the hardware is not matched up. It's like, you can say that, but you know you're going to make an Elder Scrolls 7, for instance. So why not just use said ideas for Elder Scrolls 7 instead of making people wait for Elder Scrolls 6? I mean, there's an idea. I mean, you know Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be better than 5, pretty much guaranteed. It's freaking... I mean, it's Elder Scrolls. They get better with every single game. They get better looking, they get better story. Well, you can't really say they get better story. The stories generally are very, what's the word? Cliche, I guess? Yeah, I'm gonna go with cliche on the stories, actually. I love Elder Scrolls games, but the stories are definitely in the cliched area. I mean, think about it. You've got the Oblivion portals opening, you're the one hero that can save them all. Not to mention you always start as a prisoner, which is hilarious in my opinion, but also cliche. Oh, come on, hit this stupid thing. Really? Did they change the patterns for these guys attacking? They feel really weird. Die! Oh, wow, I really need to get a new sword still. Crap, and I'm broke. When I get down to the next elevator floor, I need to leave, because then I need to go buy things and stuff. So yeah, that's my little Elder Scrolls rant. I mean, I understand that it's taking time and everything. I'm glad they're taking their time. It's gonna make the game all the better. It's just also really irritating because I would like to play the new one, and I just saw Elder Scrolls Skyrim Remastered as a waste of time, honestly. I just don't know any other way to put that nicely or anything. Okay. And let's see, what else? E3 had a lot of content, actually. With that being this past weekend this past week, technically. Let's see, there was the new Zelda game. Oh man, that apparently was the most tweeted game out of the entire E3. Which I do not blame people. That game looked freaking incredible. Not to mention they gave us over 8 hours of gameplay. It's insane. Like, what? I mean, yes, they played through a lot of the same areas, but at the same time, they showed a lot of new stuff also. And I gotta say, this game, it looks like the best Zelda game that is going to come out, period. I mean, they might make it a better one later, I'm sure, but it's like they took the best of the Elder Scrolls or any open world game, for instance, and then mixed it with classic Zelda and gave you just like so much more freedom in the game than you... Really? Really? Is this really happening right now? Holy crap, did that slime get around? Hope not. Can I hit you? No? Can I go this way? I want to kill that slime. If another staircase had come up, I would have been a little bit upset. Pinned in the corner. So let's see, there was Zelda. There was a lot of games that I wasn't really interested in, but they looked really good. Let's see, there was Final Fantasy 15. Not saying I'm not interested in that, I really am. But unfortunately, I don't have an Xbox One or PS4 at the moment, so I'm really hoping that they do what they've been doing with other PlayStation or with other Final Fantasy games, and I really hope they bring it to PC later because I would play the crap out of that. This wasn't at E3. It might have been at E3. I don't remember, but they're doing a Final Fantasy 12 remaster. That's also pretty exciting. Because that came out on PS2 and looked good, so I'm sure it'll look gorgeous on PC. Not to mention, they're bringing the Zodiac Age, which is the Zodiac job system, which has never been released in America. It's been possible to play it with like emulators and patches and stuff like that, but it's kind of a hassle. So to see an English remake of it is really... Oh my god, I did not realize how late it was. I am totally gonna pass out. Die! Jesus Christ, you monsters live for too long sometimes. I am gonna book it to the exit. What else is at E3? There were just so many games. Battlefield 1 surprised me. I actually don't really... Like, very rarely do I actually buy Battlefield or Call of Duty games because I find them very generic and dull. Feel free to hate on me or whatever, guys, but honestly, the story rehashes itself. You can literally see videos online of, like, the exact same scenes with different characters, the exact same poses with different characters. Come on, you can't dispute that. And yes, I know that most people play it for the gameplay, not for necessarily story or anything like that. But if I want to play the same game over and over again, then I'll go play something I enjoy, so, I mean... I'm not hating on the game. I really like Black Ops, the Black Ops games, mostly for zombies, but it's just I don't do the buy a Call of Duty or Battlefield game every year. No, thank you. Battlefield 4 was pretty cool, but Battlefield 1 looks absolutely incredible. And I love me some World War I and World War II action games. Those are just so much more fun in my opinion. So let's see. So yeah, there is that. What else was there? Trying to think. There were just so many games. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare actually looked much, much better than I expected. I've been hearing a lot of hate on that game, so when I actually saw the trailer, which I didn't even realize, like I had not seen anything about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, nor had I heard anything about it except for like, oh, this game looks bad, etc., yada yada yada. But then I saw the trailer, and I was blown away by how awesome it looked. So I mean, there's that. I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. Woo, forging Tapper. That's good. I've got trees ready for that almost, and combat at only level 1. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap things up. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about E3 in the next episode if I'm thinking about it, I don't know. So yeah, as always everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.